If you've been thinking about selling your property, perhaps you have your property currently on the market, or just waiting around to see what happens with this election, then this video is for you. Gia, how's the market? Is it even a good time to sell? Should I wait until after the election to even think about selling my property? What's it even worth? And should I do any work to it? These are questions I get asked every single day from property owners just like you. And so today, I'm gonna break down the 3 most important players in the sale of any property. I'm Gia Silva, President of INTI Realty and investor. Let's get right to it. When it comes to the sale of any property, any type of property, whether it's a single family home, a 3-unit building, an 8-unit building, a condo, any property, there are 3 most important players, major players to the sale of that property. And when I say the 3 most important players, I'm saying the 3 most critical players when it comes to the sale of any property. So the 3 major players are the market, the seller, and their agent. Number 1, the market. There are 3 factors to consider that affect the market. The economy, we don't control the economy. 2, the interest rates, and interest rates have a big impact on the purchasing powers that buyers have to purchase your property. And 3, competition. Now, competition is ongoing and we don't control competition. So when reviewing how to position your property and getting it ready for the market, it's very important to keep looking at competition. Again, competition is ongoing, so this is something that you have to look at every single day. While number 1 player, the market, we have no control over. Number 2, we absolutely have control over. You have control over the seller. As the seller, you are responsible for the property's condition. You get to decide the things that you want to do to your property before putting it on the market. Now, of course, with the help of your agent and taking a look at the market, you get also to decide some of the things that you can do to make your property stand out and some of the work or upgrades that are going to get you the most return on investment. Some of the things that you may consider and that most property owners tackle are doing some work to your exterior, the facade, the curb appeal of the property, and also the backyard or all the common areas if it's a building. The second thing as a seller that you have control over is the terms of sale. Yes, you can receive any offer, and with the help of your agent, you're going to be able to take a look, counter, negotiate, but ultimately you as the property owner and seller have the decision to make of the terms of sale that you are willing to accept. And of course, the list price. You have complete control over that list price. Again, you're going to have the advice and the guidance from your agent and from the market to know how to position your property and list it correctly. So ultimately, you as a seller have control over your list price. 1, the market, we have no control. 2, the seller, you have all the control. And 3, you and I have both the control, the agent. So initially, you have full control of the agent. How do you have full control? You get to pick who your agent is going to be that's going to sell your property. So I highly recommend that you are interviewing agents. Now, what does the agent have control over? And what do you have control over with the agent? Number 1 is marketing. Marketing is the number 1 thing that your agent is going to have control over. So if you're interviewing agents, make sure you have everything that we've discussed in the back of your head. The market, right? And all of the things that you also have control over as the property owner. When you're speaking with an agent and interviewing them, make sure that they're talking about the marketing. What type of marketing is going to be set forth for your property, especially when you're considering the market, the competition, and other factors. The second part of your agent's responsibility and what the agent has control over is negotiations. So again, when you're interviewing, you want to make sure you're interviewing an agent with very good negotiation skills. It's going to help when you're receiving offers, when you're countering offers, and throughout the whole entire escrow process. And the third part of your agent's responsibility is going to be the support that you're receiving throughout the whole entire transaction. So when you're interviewing, make sure that you're also finding out who is part of their team. Is it an individual agent with very little support, Or do they have a team, a support team, support staff that can help with the entire process of selling your property? So there you have it, revealed the 3 major players that are critical to the sale of your property. The market, which remember, we have no control over. The seller, which you have complete control over. And third, the agent, which you have control over initially in hiring the agent. And then of course, the agent has complete control over everything else to set forth your property, negotiate it, and close it successfully for you. So if your property is not on the market yet, but you've been thinking about selling your property, the most important thing right now is identifying an agent, partnering up with an agent that's able to explain everything we just went over and apply it directly to your specific scenario. Or if your property is currently on the market and it has been sitting for double-digit days, triple-digit days, and you're wondering what's going on, I'm wondering if someone has taken the time to explain all of that we just went over and how the market is affecting your property, what the market is telling you. Or perhaps you are just waiting to see what happens this election year and waiting around to see until next year what to do. Maybe you have specific circumstances or things that need to line up in order for you to decide to sell your property. So this is the perfect time for you to analyze everything, prepare, and plan ahead. So wherever you're at, whether you're thinking of selling, waiting around on selling, or currently on the market, I hope that this video gave you a lot more clarity. But I'm curious, has anyone taken the time to explain to you the changes that have happened in real estate, how they can affect the market, the way your property is positioned? Comment below. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And see you next time.